Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm Betty from Betty's Creative Boutique. The first thing I would like to do today is thank everybody out there who's following me and supporting me. I really appreciate it more than I can even tell you. This is a crazy adventure that I decided to start, and I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'm going to give it a try. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for anyone who's following my videos, liking my videos, and supporting me in any way. I appreciate it more than you know. And on that note, let's get started crafting. So I have a new, really cute little craft that I'm going to show you. I think you're going to love it. It's something that I just thought up. I don't know, maybe it's out there somewhere, but I have not seen it yet. So let's get going. All right, so today we're going to work with gingerbread men. And so these little shapes, I cut them out on my scroll saw. But you can buy these at Joann Fabrics. And at Joann Fabrics, they have different sizes, and they cost anywhere between 79 cents and $1.29 or something like that. You can buy them online, you can buy them from Joann Fabrics or other places too. They do have them at other places, but I think they're $1 each if you buy them online, I've noticed, at other places. I've kind of researched it a little because I did cut these out myself, and so of course you need to be able to find them also. So I took an old crate that I had out and I cut a bunch of them out. So that's why a lot of mine are green. This one I had from a different craft I did years ago. And I just thought, you know what, this would be cute for this. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is take and paint each one of these. And I have a brown right here. I figure if we paint them first, then what will happen is they will dry while we're doing the other stuff. Okay, so I bought this at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, for $1. What did I do with my scissors? Here they are. And then I know I've showed you guys these before. You can get a 6-pack at Dollar Tree for $1. And so I'm going to use one that I've already started using at other times because it's almost the color I'm going to use anyway that's stuck on here. So I'm going to start with that and see how it goes. If it's too stiff, then I'll trade out for a new one. All right, so what do I do with my paint? Here it is. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the paint color Caramel, and it's from Folk Art. So we're going to start with that. Mine are relatively old. You can still get them, but mine I've had for a while. So mine are a little thicker, but it'll still do the trick. So, all right. You know, I think I'm going to start with the green ones and try to see how they come out. Now, I've already sanded all the green ones. I do need to sand that brown one a little bit. I would suggest, well, when you get yours, because they should not be rawly cut, if that makes sense, they weren't just cut off a saw. Yours should be fine, but if they do feel like they're a little, or look a little scruffy, you might want to use a little bit of sandpaper. And any sandpaper will do. This is, it looks like it's 50 grade. It says 50 on the back. And that's what I used on these, and these are ones that I did just cut out last night. All right. So you only really have to paint for this project the front, and we're going to paint the sides. I hope everybody's having a good day today. It's, let's see, it's Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know we did. It was a very unusual one. We usually either go to our friend's house or we have the kids over, whichever kids are around. I only have 2 children, 2 boys, but they both have their significant others. They're not married yet, but they're with their girls. So usually, yeah, we do that. And sometimes my in-laws come, but this year it was just my husband and I, so it was very unusual, very unconventional. It was a last-minute decision because the pandemic is getting worse in Porter County, which is where we live. And we were supposed to go to a friend's house. She was very understanding, but I felt so bad not going. But as I said, she understands. I mean, there is a pandemic going on. So what we ended up doing was we had duck. We made a duck instead of a turkey. We like dark meat. That's my favorite, is the dark meat. So that's what we did. I'm sure everybody has a different story of what they did this year. There's a lot of different stories because things are so different right now. I can't wait till we get back to normal. All right. So, as I said, I really appreciate everybody who's following me. We are going to be doing lots of different crafts. Some are old crafts because some people like the old different kinds of ornaments and different and easy stuff like that. Some people like harder stuff. And one of them coming up, I'm going to be painting on one of those big welcome boards, and we're going to do a Christmassy one. Actually, we might be doing two of those. One is really simple, and the other one is a little more challenging. But if you watch it step by step, anybody can do it, you'll see. And you'll see, crafts are not a perfection. If you make a little mistake here and there, they can always be fixed. So always remember that. I have some friends who tell me, oh, I could never do that, I could never do that. And I said, yes, you can. If you watch, you can do it. If you want to do it. If you're not interested in it, then of course, no, because you have no interest. But I've always loved crafts. I've always been interested in them. My mother always loved them. She got me into them, and she's the reason I'm doing them now. And I'm glad she is, because I enjoy it. It's fun. All right, so this one I have not yet sanded. It's pretty smooth already. I'm just going to go around the edges real quick, just to make sure it doesn't feel rough. So the reason I cut those out of a crate, I figure if I can repurchase something, I'm going to do that. You can do stuff like that yourself. If you see an old crate, and if you're into crafting and you really know how to do that kind of stuff, and you have a scroll saw, I'm sure you already do that. Use the leftover wood from anything that you can find, kind of. It just makes sense. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now, this one I'm going to paint too. I need a little bit more paint on here. I'm hoping he doesn't turn out a different color because the ones are green underneath, but we'll soon see if they need a second coat or not also. I hope you guys end up liking this craft. I'm pretty positive that you will if you're into the cute little Christmas crafty stuff. It's another good one to do for gifts. You'll see that too. I didn't want to tell you what it was ahead of time. I want you to just pay attention to the cute little gingerbread man. You could probably figure it out by some of the things I have laying around here. But hopefully you'll like it and make one for yourself, or one for a gift for a friend for Christmas, or things like that. I will be doing a couple crafts that are really, really simple. I mean, really simple. And then I'll be doing some that are harder than the ones I've done already. We're going to do a variety. Okay, let me see him. I just want to peek at these and see if they're about the same colors. Yeah. I think I'm going to go over some of it a little bit because it's green underneath, my cookies look a little burnt. I don't want them to be burnt. So I want them to be cute little gingerbread men. So I did the sides and the top, and we're going to just let him dry again. And we're going to go ahead and go over them all again real quick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my brush out or just stick it in water over there. And then we're gonna blow dry these a little bit and then we'll get back to it. All right, be right back. All right, we are ready to decorate our gingerbread men. Okay, so I have a couple little ideas. You can do it all different ways. We're going to start with the white, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna pour some white in my little, one of my little thingies here. And then we're gonna take a smaller brush. Let's see if it has a size. Actually, this one says 0 on it. It's that big. And we're going to pick up this first one. I hope he's dry enough. Another thing I should have reminded you guys is to cover your table. Always make sure you cover your table. You want a rubbery tablecloth if you can, or one of the kinds that has the decorations on it is good. I usually put 2 on mine because my table's pretty new, so I mean it's a couple years old, but okay. So now what we want to do is just make a cute little squiggly line all the way around our guy. Let me think. Yeah, or at least most of the way. We're going to make it look like he has a little bit of icing around the edges. It's really easy, just make little, doesn't have to be perfect, little squiggly lines. These are definitely not all the same. They're all a little bit different size. So far, that's what we have. We just want them to look like they were cookies that we baked in the oven, and so, and then this is gonna just look like frosting. It wants to look like frosting. I do have a little picture of a couple gingerbread men, but it's on my phone. I thought they were really cute, and so I'm kind of looking at them. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to maybe do a little bit of what they're wearing, so I normally wouldn't do that, but I kind of liked how that looked. So I'm just going along and making little swishies. You can do them however you want. I wanted them just a little curvy. I don't want them to look perfect. I just want it to look like it was a cookie that came out of the oven that we iced. Okay, so I'm gonna go along here. I did skip just a little bit along here because I think this one I'm going to make it a certain way, and so we didn't need them there. I'm getting a little messy on it here. That's what I mean. You can kind of do whatever you want. So far, that's what he looks like. We're just making little swishy marks, kind of, or little squiggles. None of them are the same. They're all kind of different. So that's how he is so far. I'm going to just go around and do the white on most of these. Okay, so now that we have that part all done, we're going to move on to another part. We're going to give one of them an outfit. So let me see what I was going to do. Alright, so we could either do their little faces and then give them just a bow tie or something and some buttons. Man, if I could get your opinion, it would be awesome. Maybe one of these days on Facebook I'll be able to do that, but I'm not ready for that stuff yet. So here we go. We're going to do, put a green one on here, pour some green in one of these. And I'm going to take a little bit bigger of a brush. This one says number 3 on it. And I think we're gonna see if we can do a vest. Now, like I said, I've not done this I have painted before. I'm not a pro at painting by any means. So I'm just making, can you see the little lines at the top? Okay, so what I'm gonna do from there is I think I'm going to just, let's see, do I wanna make buttons on him or not? Or do I just want him to have, okay, so I think we're just gonna do a little cute little vest on him. So I drew a line down the middle, and then I'm going to just, let's see, so from this part, we're going to draw a line to here. Can you see that? That's what we're doing so far. Okay, we're gonna do that on this side also. Pull it to here. Okay, so now we're going to connect them here, because we're just putting a vest on him. So we're connecting it there. We're gonna connect it right here. We're gonna connect it right here, but we're gonna come down like this. It's gonna be a vest. And then we're going to fill most of that in. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then we're going to just paint it in. When you are painting stuff, you should always go all one way, because it just makes it look cleaner and neater. And so this little guy is gonna have a vest on. We'll see how they turn out. I have not done these yet, as I said, so I'm hoping for the best. All right, so I'm going to put him to the side, and we'll go ahead and do another one. Since I have the green out, we're gonna do another green. I think we're gonna try and see if we can't make a cute little green dress. Okay, so it's kind of the same thing. I'll show you what I'm doing. Let me just do something like this first. So as you can see, I made kind of two little blocks. What that's gonna be is, I'm gonna make them actually a little bit longer than that. This is gonna be a little dress, hopefully, on this little girl. And I'm going to come across down here. I think it's gonna look more like pants, honestly, but we'll see how that works. Okay. In fact, I think I have an idea for her. And I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, making the little lines down there, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. We're gonna fill those two lines at the bottom, we're gonna fill them in. All right? Remember, not a perfect science, doesn't have to be perfect. It's a craft, and it's supposed to look like a cookie that's been painted anyway. I mean, frosted. So, and you know, cookies aren't always perfect. Although nowadays, people are really awesome at frosting cookies. Now that's something that I've not learned the skill for. I actually was going to make butter cookies this Christmas, and I was going to do a video of it, but I don't think I'm a good enough froster. Like, they do look cute when they're done, but they're not fancy like some of these companies that frost their cookies and they're all perfect. They're not perfect. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. We're gonna grab the red. Well, you know, I think I'm gonna set it to the side and let it dry, because I don't want the green to smear, but I am gonna get some red out anyway. Oh, that's not squared out for some reason. We'll just pour it out. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna do that same thing, only the opposite. We're gonna make a red vest, and we're gonna do the opposite on the girl. We're doing different ones, so we can see what we like the best. Whatever you guys like the best, then you can do on yours if you make one. Once I get things going and I have some more audience, I will start making things into kits, if everybody's interested in that kind of thing. All right. Okay, we're ready to start with our little red girl. Hmm. All right, so this one's kind of wet still. I'm gonna grab this one. All right, so we're still gonna do the little straps. I'll show you what I mean. So like that. We're gonna do that. And make them a little longer. We might have to go over them again because it is red and it's on the brown. Okay. And then we're gonna come down. I think this time I'm going to try to make it look more like a little dress. So let's see if we can come along here. All right, so what I did was just made it round at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. So far, we've got that. And then we're going to keep coming down here on this one. And all the way to here. And around these little white spots here. See, it looks like it's forming a dress. At first it looks kind of plain and boring, but it's going to be pretty cute when it's done. Let me keep hitting that so maybe it can stay on for me for a minute. So I'm just filling it in is all I'm doing. And I'm trying to go all one way now. We're going to go back and forth to make it even out so it's all pretty much one way. Try to make it look pretty. So here's what we have so far. Okay, so I'm going to set that one to the side and let it start drying. And then we'll do another one that has a vest on it. Some of them are going to be a little different than the other ones because I thought we'd do different kinds so that when you guys are doing it at home, you'll know what ones you like the best. All right, so let's keep going. So this guy is going to have a little vest on, so let's see. I think I'm going to do it like this. This time I'm going to do the lines like this. And I'm going to leave it open in the middle. And then we're going to come up here and across here. And I'll show you in 1 second what I got so far. So then we're going to come down here and here. So if you go over your frosting that we colored already, it's okay because we're trying to show his little vest and we want it to show up pretty, or handsomely we should say, since he is going to be our boy. So then we're going to come up on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, we're going to come up and then we're going to go across the arm. Okay, we're going to make ourselves kind of a little square and then we're going to fill it in. All right, so now we're going to fill it in. All right. And then we're going to go on to another one and do something else. Let's see. So that's what I have so far. Not perfect, just kind of cute. All right, so I'm going to set that to the side and let's see. I'm going to do, this one's going to be another little girl one. I thought I'd just kind of go like this around the collar, kind of like how we did the icing, just kind of make little swishies around the collar, just like that. And then we'll do the same thing down the side where the arm is. I'll show you that in 1 second. It'll look like she has kind of a little fluffy little dress on. That's what we got so far. All right, so then we're going to come down a little more. I'll show you what I'm doing so far. Okay, and then we're going to come down the other side, do the same thing. one, this one, this one. We're just making a little ruffle. All right, and then we're going to fill this box in again, this whole box, because then we'll add something to it when it's dry. You probably hear my sweet little Chloe at the front door. She's watching her daddy outside. We have pit bulls, blue pits, that we rescued, and we've had them for about 4 years. Both of them, we've rescued them together. They're not brother and sister, but one is a boy, one's a girl. We have Chloe Fiona and George Henry. Yes, we're crazy. We add middle names to our doggies. We think it's fun. And that way when they're being bad, we can do what our mamas did when we were young and say, Chloe Fiona, get over here. George Henry, get out of that garbage. That kind of thing. They're actually pretty good though. So that's what I have so far. Doesn't look very cute right now, but I think it's going to look really cute when we're done. All right, so this is our guy. Let's see, what do we want to do with him? I think we're going to go back to the green. You know, maybe I'll use this brush. This one is a number 4. I'm going to go ahead and just use that instead of keeping on going back and forth over here. Let's see, what do we want to do with him? I'm going to just draw a line straight across on him. Then we're going to come down and give him a little bit of pants. Can't have a gingerbread man without pants, right? Although I think we do have one. Okay. So we are coming across here. So here's what we have so far. And I'm just going to keep going and fill it in and turn it into little pants. Okay, okay. So now I'm just filling it all in, and I'm going to go back and forth, try to go the same direction. If you're doing more than one coat, one direction doesn't really matter. But if you're doing only one coat, you really want to get the one direction right away. I think I'm going to give him suspenders. Just like that. And then on the other side. Then it's not going to be perfect, guys. So don't expect perfection. You'll be fine. If you don't have it perfect, it's still going to be pretty. It's just a little craft, just something fun to do. It'll be a cute little decoration when you're done. You'll like it. Okay, I'm going to go back to this first little girl, and it looks pretty dry. I think it should be okay to add the red that I wanted to add. So I'm going to give her a little, kind of a scoop neck. Then we're going to come down here and make a line on top of each one of these little green spots, just like that. And then we're going to come back just like that. Just like that. And now I'm just going to fill it in. So if you're doing this at home, the kids might like doing this with you. I usually don't make my videos kid friendly, but a lot of them are kid friendly. I just don't put them down that way just in case, just for safety reasons for myself, I guess. But a lot of them would be fun to do with your kids as long as you're supervising them. All right. So that's what I have so far for that one. All right, let's come back here to this guy. And I guess we will give him some pants. Yeah, just a little bit. We're just going to take it from here to here. And from here to here. And then we'll fill it in and see how that takes. So it's like a triangle. We're going to fill it in. Actually, he looks like he has a Speedo on, so I think we're going to change it. All right, so we're going to come down and make it a little longer. Just like that, see how, and we're going to fill that part in. We're going to do that on both sides. A little bit longer. We don't want him to look like he's standing there in his red underwear. This should be a little better. I think we should be okay like that. Okay, we're going to let that one dry. Actually, no, maybe we'll add our accents. Trying to decide if we... Okay, so I was thinking with him, we would give him a bow tie. So what you would do first is make it kind of a circle here, right where it dips down. And then you take and do a little bit bigger of a circle. They might even be more like ovals. And I will show you this in 1 second. It's not going to be perfect. I know I keep saying that. It's just a little sweet little craft. Okay, so don't be worried if they're not perfect, because they're not going to be. You're using a brush and you're just having fun. Just have fun with it. As long as it's something that makes you happy and you like the results, you'll be happy with it. Okay, so who do we have next? Let's see, this is our little, so this is one of the girls, this is one of the girls, that's one of the girls. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, I think that's the boy and the boy. So this little boy also, I'm going to give them bow ties so they all kind of come together. So I made a big circle right here. And I'm going to make a big circle right here. And then I'm going to make a little one right in the middle. Just a little one. So that's what we have. All right, so now we're going to do our next little guy. I'm going to try to use this bigger brush. Unless I have a little teeny one. I thought I had my teeny one. Yeah, I'll just use this. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a bow tie. And a bow tie. Okay. All right. Bow tie. All right, I'm going to set that one down. Okay, so I think I am going to start using this littler brush, the white one, and I'm going to wash it off. Nope, I'm going to use it on this for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is go back to our white paint, and we're going to draw a line down the middle, because this is his vest, remember? So we want it to look like a vest. Right now it just looks like a big block or something. So all you're doing is drawing a little line down the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you can do just the traditional and just do buttons. You could do real buttons on them and just glue them on. You could do whatever you want. It's your project. I'm just giving you some ideas. So I'm going to kind of outline his vest a little bit, I think it'll add to him. We're just going to go all the way around the end of what's already there. I'm going to try to be careful around the red part. Maybe we'll wait on that part. Keep coming down here and here. going to go ahead and try right here. Across the top. I'm going to show you in a minute, up a little closer, what we got. You could probably hear my Georgie coming up behind me. I'm pretty sure that's my Georgie. Hi, Georgie. Okay, so that's what I have so far. They're coming together, guys. So now we're going to take this one and we're going to outline this one a little bit in the white. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, you're thinking of it like it's icing. And icing usually is not perfect. It's just fun. Alright. So I'm going to come here, come down. So all I'm doing is outlining the green. It makes it look more finished. We're just outlining the green. All right, it is getting a little messy on me. I'm going to have to fix it a little bit. That's the whole thing. If there's something that you really don't like, you can go back and fix it. I mean, you can paint over whatever you want. I mean, to begin, we painted over green, our green guys. He was green before. So just remember, you can fix stuff. It's not the end of the world. See, I have some boo-boos here. I'm going to take some of the green. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait till it dries, and then we'll fix that. All right. All right, so that's what he looks like so far. All right, let's see if we got one that's kind of dry here. Go start with her. All right, so we're going to outline again. We're going to go around all the green and outline it, and then all the red and outline it. I'm going to start with the green because the red is still a little wet. I can see that it looks glossy. Right, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to let the red dry a little more. Okay, maybe we'll just go ahead and go on to the faces a little bit. So we'll start with the eyes. So what I would do, you can just take and make a black circle for the eyes. I like to background it in white. I just like it, it'll make it pop a little more. And all we're gonna do is make a little oval. I'm gonna show you in 1 second what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see it from where you are. They're not gonna be perfect, guys. So you're just making circles like that. We're going to go on each one of these and do that right now. If for some reason you make a mistake, your eyes might get bigger and bigger. That's kind of what I do. But if it gets too big, obviously just paint it over with your brown again, let it dry, and start all over again. It is not a perfect science. It is all a work in progress. Now this isn't all we're going to do. This is going to end up being a craft that you can put on your counter or hang on your wall. The only thing I would suggest is to try to make them even in size. Maybe not shape and all that, but close. So what do you guys think? Have you ever had gingerbread before? I think I've tried it like from grocery stores, like some of the cookies that are already made. I know I've tried hard ones before. It's pretty good. I've never made it myself. I love making butter cookies. That's my favorite. So here we go. One more eyeball and then we'll do another part. We're going to jump around a little because we're trying to let parts of our guys dry all the way. And I could use the blow dryer, but I mean, if we can jump around, we'll just do that. All right. So here we are with that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. Let's see if we have any dry ones. Not quite. Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and go on and do some of the other parts. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this off really quick. And we're gonna dip our paintbrush in the red, and we're gonna start doing some of the faces, some of the mouths and noses and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna use the little paintbrush again, and we'll start with this guy. I'm gonna fix his bow tie too again while I'm here, because it looked kind of too faded at the top. So we're gonna fix that up. I am gonna eventually outline that also, I believe, in the white. I think it'll look prettier. Okay. We are gonna make a cute little nose, and this time we're gonna go the opposite way that we did. We did the eyes kind of oval, but up and down oval. We're gonna do side to side oval. So let's do that. And we're not gonna make it real big. If you'd rather it be round, you can do round. That's what it looks like so far. Then I'm gonna get a little bit more on here, and I'm just gonna make a smiley face. That's it, just like that. And then we're gonna just, so I do little crescents on the cheeks, like to make it look like cheeks, like at the end of the mouth, then you do a little crescent. I don't know if you can see that. It does seem like my red is blending in pretty good with this brown. I want it to show up good. Okay. So that's what we have so far. All right, we're gonna go back over here and do another one. Okie doke. Moving right along, we're gonna do each one of them. Okay, so far so now that that's done, we are going to, I think we should go back and maybe whiten our eyes again a little bit. And we'll outline the rest of the stuff that we have to outline. So we're going around every little part, just like this. See how I'm outlining all the red? We're going to keep doing that. And then I'm also going to make a line down like this. And then we can make it look like a dress more so. All right. Then we're going to finish our white lines. So it's a craft that takes a little bit of time, not major, but a little bit of time. But it's going to be cute when it's done. All right. I think she's outlined pretty darn good. We'll just set her to the side for now and go on to the next one. We're going to do the same type of thing. This time we're going to do little buttons down the middle. Buttons down the middle. And we're going to just outline it wherever it's not outlined yet. So here we go. That's number 2. Then we're going to grab this one. And this one looks kind of like a box. Well, we don't really want her to look like a box. So we're going to improve on that. Let's see. I'm making little curlies on the side there. We're going to make little curlies on the side here. Just a little bit, not anything major. A little bit. Okey-doke. We're going to go across the top. It just helps to highlight it. to do the cute little white, and it makes it look like icing, like I was saying. Okay, so we're gonna do the little curvies on the bottom. And they're starting to come together a little bit better. Make sure our whites of our eyes are really white. Now let's see, what can we do for her? Let's go ahead and, I think I like the buttons. Let's do some buttons. I really thought the buttons were cute. And then what can we do here? I just kind of did an extra little ruffle. And you can make a little pocket on the side if you want. That wasn't the greatest pocket. So it looks kind of like little pockets. So that's her. Okay, so now we're moving on to our guys. Make sure the whites of their eyes are white. Okay, I think we're good there. And then, okay, we're gonna go around the green part at the top. I'm gonna do it right here. I don't know if you can hear my husband working out there. He sounds like he's working hard. All right. I kind of got over too much into the green. I'm going to try to just fix that right now. I think I can without it smearing too much everywhere. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And on him, we're going to make some buttons down his vest. So we're just going to make circles right here on the vest. Then we're going to go around the pants still. Okay. All right, so I think we're going to go around his bow tie, but we're going to try to be really careful around there. And we're just going to do the big circles here, just go around them a little. I wish I had an even smaller brush. We're just going to, there are paint pens you can buy also, but you have to make sure that your red paint is completely dry if you're going to do that, because it'll just like ruin the paint pen. It won't, like the red paint would get stuck in your paint pen, especially if you're going to use a white paint pen. Well, that's what I have so far for him. So there we go there. We got him still. I'm whitening his eyes a little more again. He looks like he's pretty well done. We're going to go around his bow tie. I'm just circling around the bow tie. I need a little more paint. And I'm trying not to make it too crazy heavy. Okay, and then we're going to do it again on this side. Then we're going to do the middle. So there he is so far. We're going to give him some buttons just at the top of his pants here. There we go. That's him. Then we're going to do this guy. Make sure his whites of his eyes are good. Okay. Then we're going to go around his bow tie. Okay, and then I'm going to go around his vest. Just go around it all with white. You're just using your white paint, which by the way, I don't think I showed you. It was Craft Essentials is what I'm using, which is very old because I bought it from Ben Franklin quite a while ago. But they have white paint by Folk Art, and you can get that kind of stuff at Hobby Lobby, and any kind of acrylic paint will do. And you can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann Fabrics. As I get older, I'm noticing my hands are getting shakier. Wow, I hope that doesn't keep happening. But yeah. So we got to get our crafts in for the next couple years. Okay, 20 years, 30 years. All right, we're going to give him a little bit of buttons. We'll just go to the side. We're just going to tap, tap, tap. There he goes. That's that guy. Then we are going to look and see if these guys look good. I'm just trying to decide if they need something else. I think we'll give her some little frillies down here. I'm just making some little curlies down below her dress. It looks like a ruffle on the bottom of her dress. Alright. Here we go. Alright. So let's do our black. All we're doing with the black is going and making eyeballs on them. Probably don't need a ton. I'm going to use the little skinny brush and grab the first guy and bring him over here. So we're just going to make a little black ball or circle right inside the white. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, we're going to go along and do them all. And then we're going to meet right back here. Okay? All right. Okay, so this one that I was just doing, actually two of them, they need a little bit of green on them somewhere. So I'm going to add a little bit of green. I think what I'm going to do, this one I think I'm going to just make a line coming across here. A little cute little green line. I'm kind of curving it around with her dress, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to do it, I think we're going to try to outline some of the other parts up here. Make maybe a line down the middle here. Right down here. And we're going to come across the front underneath the collar here. Okay, just like that. All right, and now we're going to do this one too. Add a little bit of green to her. I'm just going along the ruffles that I made because I want them to all look Christmassy. And then I'm going to do a no-no. I'm going to open the window and
I'm going to set these on, I believe maybe some paper towels, and I'm going to spray them really quickly. And then we're going to put a little bit of glitter on them all, because we got to have them be pretty, and we want them to be Christmassy, and the glitter that we're going to use is going to make them look sugary a little bit. And I did forget one other little thing that we're going to do in 1 second.
All right, so that's what we have so far. So the thing that we forgot is their eyebrows. You have to have eyebrows. You can't not have eyebrows. So they all need an eyebrow. So I'm gonna just do little half moons. I'm gonna go over this eyeball real quick. Okay, that's cuter. Okay, so now we're gonna do little eyebrows. Be careful not to touch your wet paint. We're just gonna go up and do half moons. They don't have to be perfect, they just make expression a little more. And if you're up close to them, if somebody's in your house looking at them, they'll notice the eyebrows. From home, you might not be able to see them so great. It's funny because it can make them either look sweet, it can make them look evil. You might have a little bit of both here. All right, okay, so I'm gonna fix, where did I see that mistake that really needed it? Remember when I was letting the white dry, and I was gonna go back and add a little more green because I kinda overdid it with the white on this one, the sleeve right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back over it really fast. And this is something you can always do. If you don't like something, go back and fix it. So he looks better like that. He might need a little red, but I don't know how you'd add red to him. Because he's our boy. He's got his red bow tie. I think you'll be fine. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else that needs major fixing? I think we're good. Alright, so just eye your stuff, see if it needs anything else. This one, the green is over the white, and so I just want the green to be more green. It kind of lightened the green up. Okay, so we are good with that. So I'm going to get our, so this is what I was going to use, and we're not going to use a lot of it, just enough to make it sparkle a little bit. So let's see. I'm going to take this and this, and I'm going to open the window. So I'm going to set all of these on here, kind of like this. Grab one more piece of this, stick it here, put it here, open this up. We're going to open it up to where it sprinkles. Might have just needed to be cleaned because whenever I sprayed it last time, maybe it got clogged. So let's hope it works this time. I hope it's not ruining our dye. That's all it needs. I'm going to do it really fast. And then we're going to take a little bit of this and sprinkle. Doesn't have to be coated, just a little sprinkle here and there. And maybe after it dries, if it's too much, we can always tap it off a little bit. We just want them to look like yummy cookies that have a little bit of sugar on them. Okay, we can even tap them a little, tap them a little, tap them a little, tap, tap, tap. Okay, so now I bought these at Dollar Store. Okay, so I honestly don't remember if it was, I don't think it was Dollar Tree, I think it was Dollar General, and so they were a couple dollars. I wanna say $3 for 2 of them. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. We're gonna use the big one, I already opened it up. We're gonna use the big one, so let's set that one to the side. Okay, so we're gonna take our hot glue gun, which I've plugged in over here. Okay. And I'm going to, these are probably still a little wet. So I'm gonna arrange them like a boy and a boy. We're gonna alternate them, and we'll put a girl next to him and a boy, girl, and honestly, I think this was supposed to be like this. Okay, so I arranged them like this. I kind of put them boy, girl, girl, boy, boy, girl. We're gonna lift it up. We're gonna put glue on the bottom. Here we go. So we're just gluing it. We're gonna put a lot of glue on the back so it sticks to the cookie sheet. Because we're gonna make it, this is gonna be something cute for in your kitchen for Christmas. We're gonna add a little bit of decoration to it when we're done. So let me stick him on. Well, actually it's a her. So we're kind of seeing how, if anything, you want them, yeah. I kind of was spraying them out. It seemed like the bigger cookie sheet is what fits these good. Now these are approximately 4.5 inches. So that's the size you want to get. And if you get smaller ones, then of course just use the small cookie sheet with it. But if you get this size, or even a tiny bit bigger, you'll be okay. So I'm just gonna put this one here. Then I'm gonna take this one. You can either get a plate hanger to hang it on the wall somewhere in your kitchen, or you can set it in a little plate hanger on your counter, which I will show you what I have. Something like this right here. I'll show you that when we're all done, but here we go. So we've got them all stuck on there. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's stinky. Husband's gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna get this out of here. All right. So now that we're done with that, we're going to make a bow for it. And I thought this bow would be cute because it's kind of what's in right now. It's the buffalo check, but with the red. And we're just going to make this simple bow. We've made them before. Okay, so let's see. What you do is you make your 2 loops like that. And then we want to make it, well, we got to make it a little bigger than that. Okay, so you're going to leave some hanging down, and then you have your 2 loops. And then we just scrunch it in the middle. We actually want this side, because as you can see on this side, you don't see the pattern. But on this side, you do. We want this side. So we're going to scrunch it. We're going to take our scissors and just cut it off where it's pretty even. Now, do we want our bow bigger a little? Let's see. I think we're going to go to one side with the bow. We'll make it a little bigger. Let's see. You can play with it a little bit. I always have wire around the house. It usually comes in rolls like this. You can get it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm not sure of the price because I have had that for a long time. I have a piece cut already, but I am going to cut it a little more because I don't need that much. So I'm going to cut it about here. And then I'm going to finish wrapping it around.
and it's just to hold the bow how it's supposed to be. I always like to take, since the bow is going to be showing, I always like to take the ends of the bow and you fold it in half like this. I've showed you guys this on other videos, but I'm going to remind you, you fold it like that and then you cut it on an angle like that. Do the same on the other side, like that. So then when you open it up, it's got the cute little ducktail on it. Okay, so this is gonna go here. I was debating, this I got also for $1 at Dollar Tree. And since we were doing cookies, I was thinking we'd add this to it also. And we're also going to dress up that bow a little more too. I have these cute little hearts. They came in a bag, and you can get them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and probably Joann's. I'm not positive about that, but I'm pretty sure you could probably get them at Joann's also. And so I brought this too, because I thought since it's a cute little cookie tray of cookies, we could add that in here somewhere. I haven't decided where we're putting that yet, or if it's coming at the bottom. Thought that might be cute. And then I was trying to decide if we should paint this or not, a green or a black or, well anyway, okay. So we're going to take a little more ribbon and we're going to put it in the middle of that ribbon. I think it would look cute. And we're just tying it like a regular bow, how you tie a regular bow. And so that's what it looks like. I was thinking I'd set it inside because it dresses it up a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to cut, I think we'll cut the edges the same way the other bow is cut. So you're going to do it on an angle again. Okay, and then on the other side, same thing, an angle. Okay. Then we're going to take our glue gun and we're going to add some glue to the middle of this, to the middle of our bow. First, let's make sure our bow is looking pretty. Okay, so that's our bow. We're going to take this bow and we're going to glue it to the middle of this bow. And I thought about putting the heart in the center of that, but I think we should paint it. I think we'll paint it. Should we do the brown? Or should we do green or black? I think I'm going to do the brown like the gingerbread man. It'll look like a cookie, a little piece of cookie. Okay, so I'm going to just take my big brush and I'm just going to do that real quick and let it dry while we're doing some other things. We're real close to the end. I know this has been a long video. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you're liking the new idea. I'm trying to get around the edges and then we'll go back and do the rest of the middle. This will just make it all come together a little more. Okay, I'm gonna just let that sit there for a minute. Rinse my hand off a little. Okay, so we don't need all the wire on the back of this, so let's just make sure it's twisted together good, and we'll cut the rest of it off because we're just gonna hot glue it to the top here. So I think we'll put it on this side and we might have this coming down this way. All right, not sure, should we paint this green or black or leave it? All right, I have a couple other things to add, so let's just see how it looks once we do that. Okay. So this again, I just pulled it off, I'm sorry. And it's from the Dollar Tree also. It was only $1. And I bought it so that I could just cut pieces of the greenery off and add it to my projects. And I'm gonna use my wire cutters because there's wire under here. And I think I'm just gonna put a couple pieces of it under here. Let's see how that looks. Alright, so let's cut that off. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it here too so that it's okay. So we're going to take this, we're just going to take it and cross it, and we're going to set it at the bottom of our pan right here, and we're going to put some glue on our pan, like a whole bunch of glue to make that stick. And we're going to set them on there. The top one we're going to put a little more glue or on the bottom so that we can put the top one on top of it, and it should stick to it. I did buy some of those things for your fingers, but I put them downstairs with all my craft stuff and forgot to bring them up with me. So I'll have to show those to you one of these times when we're gluing. It's very nice. It helps you protect your fingers if the glue's hot. Alright, I think that should be good. And then I bought these from the Dollar Tree, so of course they were only $1 also, which I love them because they're kind of snowy and they look really pretty. I'm going to use my wire cutters. We're going to pull some of that off. This side too. Woo. Okay. Dropping things all over the place here. All right. So, just trying to think how we want to do this, guys. Just playing around a little bit with it. Or do we want to? I think we're going to glue this first to this, and then we'll see where the little red ones can slide in. Alright, let's do that. To make this stick, I think we're going to need a lot of this glue, so I'm going to really pile it in here, and then I'm going to put this here. And then I'm probably going to pile it down in here too. Kind of get it stuck everywhere. So, I'm just going to do that. Just kind of shove it in there, and then we are going to glue that again. I'm going to grab another glue stick here. And really glue the heck out of everything because I don't want it all falling apart on us. So we're going to put a little more glue right here. Okay, and we're going to move the red onto that. Then I want to get some more glue down here so this guy sticks to that. Alright, so let's see what we got so far here. We're going to let that dry for a minute. Move that off to the side. I don't know if we're going to use this or not. Okay, so now we're going to put our ribbon up here. How do we want it? I'm going to take this. Make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. So we're going to come along the edge here. I'm trying to get the glue along the edge to about there and about there. Alright, if for some reason I went too far, we can always fix that later. You know what, I am going to go around here too. I just don't want the stuff to fall off on us. Okay, so now we got our bow. So once it's dry, you'll be able to fluff it up. So this is what we have so far. We're about done. We are going to just add, I don't know anymore here, right here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, so what we're going to do is cut this again. gonna take it and cut it down here. I'm using my wire cutters in case it's wire. It seems like it is wire under there. Okay, so we're gonna take and put a piece across here, just coming down under here. And a piece to come out here, so it just adds a little bit of cuteness, color, and makes it a little more cute looking. Alright, so let's stick that one on there. Just kind of coming out. Doesn't have to be perfect, it can look kind of wild. I like the wild look the best, like where it doesn't look like it's just really uniform. We're going to come down here. We'll go over that again a little bit. And put this under here. You can always shape it a little better later, but we just want to get it stuck real good. In fact, I think I'm going to stick a part of it right here. Okay, and I'm going to hold that until it dries for a second. Alright. And then we're going to take our heart that we made, our little heart, we're going to put glue on the back of it, and we're going to add it to the center of our stuff here. Okay. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of the glitter. I'm going to move this back so it's on my table. I think the paint might be wet enough to just grab it just enough, just a little. Alright. Alright guys, and that's our finished product. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this craft, and if you did, please like and share, and please subscribe, and that way I can keep bringing videos, and I'm going to try new things every time. I'll be back again next week, or maybe sooner, to show you another wonderful craft. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next time. It was great seeing you guys. Bye.